Hello YouTube, Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. As promised, I think this episode is going to be a little bit of a training mission for our Wine, Women, and Song crew. We're going to see maybe how they perform outside of the cove for the very first time. And what I'm thinking is something like that. I like this Warren's reward. Again, we're a little bleed-centric to be walking around in the ruins, but I think these guys are going to be okay. Not too worried about it. I also did take a moment to go over their camping skills, basically. For thematic reasons, I've actually equipped them all four with the 4 class-specific skills and removed like the generic skill that each one of them starts with. I'd like to see how maybe that performs at the campfire. And these Brawler's gloves have actually gotten a pretty decent upgrade. 25% damage if in rank 1. Not super useful for this gang, but I could see like the crew we brought out last time maybe. Love it here, using something like that to be just a really powerful force up front. So yeah, I'd say that's worth our while. We're going to be going in to reclaim some Holy Relics, and we'll pop on over to our provisioning tree. We are going to be camping 1 time, so how about we say 2 full stacks for that. Going into the ruins, so like on a medium mission, we'll go with 3 just to be safe. And 10 torches. Maybe make it a few extra. Alright, and then let's see. First time I've gone outside of the cove in a while. I do still have my handy dandy little cheat sheet that I've made. The runes can use medicinal herbs, holy water, skeleton keys, holy water, medicinal herbs, skeleton keys. Okay, seeing kind of a trend. Let's go with like 2 keys, 3 holy water, and 2 medicinal herbs. Other than that, grab like 1 of each in case we get bled or blighted. Actually, maybe even an extra bandage. We'll run into cultists down there. They can bleed. That's kind of annoying. We need 3 spaces to bring back any of these holy relics, and otherwise I think we'll be just fine. Once holy idols and shrines have been corrupted, holy water can help restore them to their rightful condition. That's fair. That's totally fair. And come on, load screen. You can do it. I have faith in you. Sometimes I get a little bit concerned.
There is power in symbols. Collect the scattered scraps of faith and give comfort to the masses.
Okay, a little bit of an interesting maze-like layout. We could go down here, over, up, over, down, back up. That'll backtrack by 1, and then we would do no more backtracking, but that would only get us the rooms. The hallways could also contain things we need. It's always a little bit scary. Let's go ahead and get started with that as the initial plan, at least.
Cruel machinations bring to life a singular purpose.
Alright, this is an altar of light. The altar of light needs holy water for a damage buff. Okay, let's think here. I'd actually kind of like maybe flashing daggers to get that damage buff. Let's go with this. Omand can use holy water on it. Favor from gods, 30% damage. Not too bad. And then a relatively quiet hallway. Alright. It's alright. This is just the ruins. We've been here before. It's just, you know, it's the last time that I came in here. I might have gotten murdered repeatedly. That could have something to do with my trepidations. Ooh. Beautiful. And that is why we bring extra holy water down here. Alright. Scout. Empty hallway, room battle. Okay. I was thinking we could avoid the room battle. We could go up to here. But then I want to check out these two. So many hard decisions. I'm going to go for the room fight. We'll just keep clearing things. No need to overthink it. Yeah. Hungry. A little too soon for hungry. Alright. See how these guys do against the first time facing some new opponents. Haha, that went super well. Alrighty then. We did get the stun. That's pretty important. Now we're not going to be bleeding any of these guys as their bleed resist is over 200%. Even worse than what we're seeing down in the cove. We could stun one though. Can't stun the guy in the back. I'll tell you what, let's just throw out a little bit of damage instead. She'll get the heal off of it. Big guy's stunned. I would love some better dodges to come in now. Yeesh, guys, we really need to be picking it up here. I could do 6 to 10. What does this look like? 3 to 5? Let's try for this. And miss. Why not? Okay. Thank you, damage buff. Almost got there. Oh, it's such a waste. Oh, even more of a waste. And, hey, at least those dodges finally came through for us. That is something. Just move. Yeah, those are going swell. Alright, we're gonna have to get on healing duty real fast here. Also, we can get ourselves moved up a little bit. That should sort those two guys out. Alright.
Destroy them all.
Then go with a party heal. The crit for 5 is actually quite nice. Not the worst results. 3 dodges and Dudley resisted the stun from it. I could just have these two alternating. 4. I could do 4.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Alright. Well, resisting that stun is not what I needed from you. Not what I needed from you at all. I was hoping the stun would ensure that Crone stayed alive if that Bone Commander was to have acted right away. Luckily, we got the drop on him. 13, nice. Bayonet jab, easy enough to sidestep. And then, let's see if we can't leave this battle with a buff that will never matter, now that I think about it. We have scouted around, and we know we're not getting into any more fights. Take that. And then...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. I would have let that guy live if only I'd had the chance. And the rewards, though.
And insidious killer.
That is an awful lot of gold to have gotten from one fight. 2,000 plus a common trinket. Must have been doing something right. Okay. We'll go ahead and head up. HP is looking a little bit weary. I need to maybe cool it with the whole trying to use Dudley to do actual damage and just consider her a healer more than anything. Alright, now this is the confession booth. And confession booths with holy water heal stress. I don't have stress, so I think I'm just going to be leaving it. They can provide loot, but they can also be bad for you, and so...
Press disadvantage.
Give
them no quarter.
Alright. Good damage right off the bat. Stun him. Loving it. Not loving that, though. Ugh. Come on. Okay. Well, that was awfully nice of them. Wow. We're missing a dodge, huh? Alright. Alright. Everybody? Let's do everybody. Alright. Whew. Alright. Need this to not be a miss. 5 and 3 is a lot better. I can handle 5 and 3. Flashing daggers to clean up a little bit.
A faint hope blossoms.
And then let's try for the judgment here. Good. Does both the healing and gets the kill. That's not the worst tempting goblet I could have had. Unfortunately, need to get him out of the first rank if I'm going to be doing much with that. I could fade back. I could flashing daggers. I could toxin trickery. You know what? We're gonna stun this corpse, which may seem real silly, but it gets her back to where she can do a lunge from the third rank, and that is the important part there. As otherwise, we're having a little bit of trouble reaching the back. Yeah, that won't do it either. I guess we just focus on getting this guy pulled forward a little bit more. Ugh. Yep. Okay. This turn, however, we can hit him.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright. We got an emerald for our trouble, and we're going to need some space, and we're going to need it soon. Tell you what, that emerald is going to replace the anti-venom, and then the holy water is going to get used there. Yes. Reliquary. That's actually like a really cool holy relic design. I like the container for that. The reliquary in this case. Okay. Now, let's check our map out for just a second. So, I want to check this square just in case. Alright, it's nothing we need. It was just a stack of books. Better safe than sorry, though. I'd hate to complete the entire dungeon only to find out that was where I needed to go. This could get us torchlight or lute from the medicinal herb. Okay. Which do we want? All things considered. It would save us, like, the torchlight would just be silly. I don't know if we can carry any loot that we get off of this, though. Okay, we could. Just barely, but we could. Alright, we'll go ahead and use a torch, and then keep a walking. Alright. Pretty quiet. Maybe a little too quiet. Another scout. Doesn't really tell us anything we need to know. Except that there is a box in this hallway. Moving on. She's still our absolute best. Yeah. That's what I figured. As long as Omand is around, no trap poses any threat to us. Now. Okay, another good scout. Do we go south? Is south necessary to go? Are these two not, like, the most likely? I'm gonna check these out. And see. I'm now resigned to just ignoring books. Now that I've taken a look, I don't think they're ever really worth it. The pile of books is more often than not just meh. Okay. Get the drop on these guys. Let's see if we can't do a little bit of damage before they can do anything to us. Oh my. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. 3 to 5. Or we could try for the stun. You know what? I say we go stun. Maybe our bleed will finally mean something here. Oh my god. Gotta be kidding me with that.
How quickly the tide turns.
Yeah, no kidding. Gotta send you to sickle school, kid. Missing. They're surprised.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I feel like I want, you know, there to be a Dungeons and Dragons style, like, flat-footed bonus, where when you surprise the enemy, you get something as an advantage against misses. You know, that you get either increased accuracy or increased damage, just something. Seems like it would make sense, because otherwise we're totally worthless. And I still maintain that those surprise rounds where they then end up going sometimes 8 times in a row, that is brutal stuff. Absolutely brutal. I probably should have bandaged him, right? Like, I brought bandages specifically for bandaging against cultist gladiators, and then I've not used it. Alright. Bellecote. Really need you to focus. Okay. Well, she's going down after this, which isn't the worst thing. We're actually pretty resistant to being juggled around. Of course, we're then going to have him point-blank shot and her end up in the front rank. I don't know if we're that resistant to being moved around.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Jesus. Yep, we're not that resistant. Okay, I needed literally anybody else to have gone first, and I could have sorted that with no big deal. Instead, we waste her turn. Because why not? Okay. Pistol shot. Oh, that was beautiful.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of gold. We'll do that. Get rid of the medicinal herbs. And then, so the suit of armor is a defense buff or a positive quirk. My stress is looking quite high. Tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and camp here. We can feast.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
And then we can do all companions, one companion. You know, a little friendly ribbing never hurt anybody. And then his own, he took down 15, 1, 27. Let's see. Increase a supply item. Remove target disease. You don't have any disease. Could go up, could go down. Let's go with clean guns instead. Uncatchable to increase scouting. Accuracy plus dodge. And then just some kind words to our jester. Not the most useful thing, but I want Dudley to feel like she's helping. Alright, marching. We're marching.
Darkness
We're
closes
waking.
in, haunting the hearts of men.
Ambushed. Lovely. Well then, Dudley, let's get you backed up a little bit here. This isn't the worst combination we could be having. Although, wow, that does so little damage when he has 40% protection. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. This actually might not be a terrible opportunity to get some extra healing in. And then Dirk Stab. Nice. We could 58. What's my stun? No. Why do I have a blight skill? Okay. And her damage buff, of course, has also worn off. We could try Dazzling Light. You know what? Let's stick to the healing. What she's best at. Ugh. All that effort to remove our stress. Okay. $17. Let me go ahead and finale. The idea being that he shouldn't need to do much else. Awesome, that stun actually got off. Down to 10. She can do nothing from here. Okay. But it doesn't matter.
The greater the glory.
Alright. Well, we weren't too bad off at the end of that. Alrighty. Who wants this buff? Dodge for 3 rounds. Crit, accuracy, damage. So we give it to him. We'll make Crone into Superman here for a while. Dodge and protection. Okay. And then just get our march on. Now, I've kind of blown my original pathing plan, as I sort of hoped that that last room might have provided one of our quest rewards to us. Unfortunately, it did not. Quarrel to the...
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
I had to close my eyes. It didn't help, but I had to. It was the only thing that made sense. Alright, a little bit of damage. Since he hasn't acted yet, I'll go ahead and rob him of his first turn. And then... Please dodge. Oh my god!
Waits.
That's so much damage.
Lapse in concentration.
Why would you do that to me? It's not nice at all. Alright. At least that was enough to get rid of him. And then... Not quite enough to get rid of him, though. How about that? Oh, yes. Thank you. And a little bit of extra buff. I'd say...
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
The number of buffs that Crone has right now might be getting a little bit excessive. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, it's okay, Crone. I love you, though. Oh, not what I needed. Not what I needed at all. We'll go ahead and take it, though. I'll just pop it right away.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
We'll waste one torchlight. This isn't what I need either. Guys! You gotta help me out here. I need some quest rewards. I don't know where they're at. I'm gonna end up wandering all over this freaking place. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Mostly him and her. Dudley's generous nature coming through. Choosing.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
Choosing to heal someone else instead of herself. Oh, God. Alright. Bellecote. I need you to pull it together here, man. 6 damage per turn. That's actually quite awesome. Judgment. The self-heal. And then... that gets a kill on her. Apparently no one can dodge a wine goblet being thrown at you. That's too much to ask. Such little damage, though. This could do more. Oh, so much more. That crit chance, though.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Citrine, Healthstone. Huh. I don't think we've used the bandages at all. Let's go with the health stone. It's worth more than 1 citrine. And then this needs holy water, which we don't have. Yeah. Otherwise, it's stress, which we don't need. Alright. Oh, thank God. I really need a shovel in like 2 seconds here. I'll tell you what.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I don't need the other shovel. So I'm going to go ahead... Oh, don't shovel the relinquery. I'm just going to go ahead and replace my shovels with it. And then get a move on. So that's the second one. Could be there, could be there, could be there. But we've got 3 coming up, and we don't need to go through any fights to get them. So, we're going to check them out. We'll have to do some backtracking, but we'll sort that all out later. In the meantime, we can let our torchlight go down a bit. Save those 4 remaining torches for when we really need them. Alright, move on. More books. So many books down here. And, oh, you beautiful, beautiful thing. Alright, let's take a look at the map really quick. Do I want to... I can do another fight. My stress is so high, though. Let's...
The light, the promise of safety.
Just consider getting out of here. If I take that, I've finished. And... I could get in like one more fight. But come on, 92... so many things could go wrong, right? Like... It's best to just go home while we still can.
Tokens of hope, recovered from the encroaching dark.
I'm okay with tokens of hope. Tokens of hope sound good. Also sound like they could have been like an alternative pop band from like the mid to late 90s. Tokens of hope. Like Ace of Base could have been called Tokens of Hope instead. Oh God, why did you develop the Red Plague? Well, if there's any time to upgrade his weapons, it is now. We'll only drink. Did get some additional scouting chance in here. That minus HP is not so great. Range skills, not very meaningful for you. Believes is possessed by demons. Dudley, why? What would make you think such a terrible thing about yourself? Oh, man.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
Okay. Whoop. Did I go too far? Yeah, I did. Man. Like, alright. Mostly because of gold, very little happened that week, except for the adventure itself. The reason being, I spent some money unlocking camp skills for everybody, and that basically took the money out of my budget that might have otherwise been used for any sort of de-stressing or de-quirking that might normally have happened. De-quirking. That sounds kind of terrifying, truth be told. And let's see, these guys are up to 20... so they would have been at 14, and they got 6 off a medium. I think that's right. So they're going to need at least like 2 more adventures before all hitting level 4 and then being in position to start taking on some of those bosses. Okay, I can deal with that. We're definitely going to have to get some stress reduction in the works for them. And then, who's going out next week? That'll be an interesting question to answer, won't it? I will end up puzzling over all that back here at the Red Estate. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.